Hey, today is day 28 and leaving Uncle Johnny's hostel in Irwin, Tennessee. Sorry, I'm shaky. I think there's too much caffeine going through my body. But yeah, so the hostel's back there. Now I'm getting back over the guardrail and back on the trail. 5,000 feet of climbing today. About 17 miles, expect to end in the dark. But did have a lot of iced coffee and starting to head on my way. See you in a bit. Hey there. So, one of the infrequent times that I'm going to talk while on a climb. This is a gentle part of the climb. It's been going up and down. We're going to hit about 5,000 vertical to get over 5,000 foot mountain. I have no clue what it's called. But right now I have 4 thoughts. First one, this is when I was hiking with a wise grasshopper. We're talking about the story of Jonah and Nineveh. And so in my life, I feel critical of people who are more successful than me, and sometimes look down on people who aren't as successful. And I know that that's not a good way of thinking. And like Jonah, he was pissed at the Ninevites because they turned to God and got blessed. And he's like, why? Like, why did you do that? And then, of course, he sat under the fig tree, and it wilted and didn't give him shade. And then he was even more upset. But I just feel like it's a story to realize some people are going to do better than you, and some people are going to struggle and do not as good as you. And I have to look at everybody as somebody that I can be kind to, that I can give what I can give, share what I can share. I mean, this trail, people are very willing to help you out. One of the gifts that I have, and I don't want to be a PT. You guys know that. But that's what I can share in helping people with ailments and how to manage different tendinitises and whatnot. And that's what I can give. And so that's kind of how I'm looking at that. There were 3 other things. 3 other things that I wanted to talk about, but I'm kind of losing my mind going uphill. Oh, one of them is, I was talking last night to another guy, and we both realized that when the text bell goes off on your phone, if you happen to have your phone on, and you're on a mountainside, you probably shouldn't text and hike, which I think is more dangerous than texting and driving, especially when you could easily go off a cliff, so to speak. Another thing, I'm wearing a different shirt today. I just bought it. It's a medium, and while I've been losing weight, I'm very grateful to lose weight and to right size. I'm trying not to lose weight too quickly, but I think I'm right sizing, and I'm very grateful that I'm now in a medium shirt, and I haven't been in several years. Can't remember the last time I was. But that leads me to my recent discouragement on the carnivore diet, and how I've been discouraged and trying to figure out how to continue this. And I just received a box from my wife with my supplies. So right now I have 5 days of carnivore food, which actually I can stretch out easily to 6 or 7 days and feel healthy, that I'm not underdoing it as far as calorically. So I'm very happy with that. But I'm also realizing that the availability is not perfect in towns. So I added peanut butter, natural peanut butter, trying not to get the sugary stuff, to the diet. And excuse me if I'm huffing and puffing too much. That will help with fat, a lot of fat, and still protein. Yes, it does have carbs, so it's kind of more of a keto type snack. And then, like I had fajitas yesterday, so there was some peppers and onions with the fajitas. And I'm avoiding breads and pastas and rices and stuff like that from my standpoint. But I felt great with that. So that's kind of, I think that's all 4 thoughts that I had. But I feel less discouraged. I feel grateful. I also, with this newfound health and the ability to basically just go hiking and walking, I start to turn my attention to what I'm going to do when I get home and make sure that I lead a healthy lifestyle now that the weight has come off. I know I'm continuing to lose weight, but I'll get more healthy over time. But I'll check in. Hopefully I can get a good view at the top for you. Right now it's very hazy. It's about 75 degrees. And you just see out there it's really hazy. And my hand's still shaking, and I think that's from all my caffeine 2 hours ago. I'll check it later. So that is over 5,000 feet, and I am working my way towards it. That'll be the high point of today. By the time I get there, it'll most likely be dusk and then into camp. So that's where I'm heading. Kind of just crossed the bald, and but I do see something interesting here. Like a camp stove or something. Yeah, it is. That's the top of it. Funny what people will leave. Anyhow, hopefully I can check in at the top of that mountain. But we'll see. Check in a bit. So, nearing the top, I hit a ridge, and it just kind of got dark. It looks really light here, but it's just darkening forest. I thought I was at the top, but I am at a ridge, and we'll continue to go forward. But it's just kind of I mean, it looks on the picture brighter, but it's definitely got dark in here. Very quiet. I think I'll come out at the ridge, and then hopefully the peak. The peak just seems to go on and on and on. So So anyhow, hope you enjoy this. And now we're socked in a wall of trees and heading this way. Just really closed in. This is pretty fun, especially as it's getting dusky. In about 45 minutes, I'll be putting on my night light and enjoying the rest of the walk down to the camp. Hey, just made it to camp in the dusk, set up my tent, and we'll be eating some dinner. And yeah, that pretty much ends the 17-mile day starting at 11 o'clock. So hang in there. I'll check in tomorrow. Like, subscribe, and share if you would. Have a great night.